Hi, this is Will Weaver with the Online Sports Group. One of the more fun things to do in preparing for a live online draft is to do a mock draft. To get there, you go to the Draft Center hyperlink, and you'll notice this is where the live draft lobby is located, but we want the mock draft, so we're going to go to the mock draft lobby. And if you read this, you'll see that it's identical to the real ones. So we're going to click in this. Mock drafts is a way to practice your draft strategy. There's a draft that starts every minute. You can either do standard or auction. Ours will be standard. We will have a standard snake draft, and you can participate in an unlimited number of drafts. So I'm going to try to find a standard draft that has as few teams as I can. Oh, here's one here, and I'm going to pick the second team. It's going to start in just a few minutes. It'll pop up to show it loads it. And once it's loaded, it tells you when it begins. It lists all the teams. You'll see in this case we have 8 teams. It lists players. This allows you, once you draft, this has your roster. I like to put it in the queue position because I like to queue players. Like I'll click on that and you'll see it that McCaffrey popped up over there. All my players that I'd like to pick, I'll put over there just to be prepared for when it's my turn, because in the mock drafts, most of them are just 30 seconds. Our draft will be 60 seconds. So this will be a real good test for you at 30 seconds. So and to get you ready for ours. But ours will be 60 seconds in between drafts or picks by teams. A couple things while we're waiting it to load and for us to participate in this draft. During a live draft, or even during this mock draft, if, for example, you need a bio break, you can come up here and put it in auto pick. That allows the computer to pick for you while you're gone, and then you come over here and you turn it back off when you're ready to pick again. The sound you can put off or on. I like the on because you'll soon find out that we'll be getting some notices from the draft site. This has it listed for all, but you can make it just quarterbacks if you want, or running backs, kickers, defense, anything that you want. There's also a chat area if you want to try to talk to someone. No one's talking right now, but there's the place where you type in. Since we have people that we know that are drafting at the same time that we are, this is a good way to communicate with them during the draft or before the draft. Talking about before the draft, I do like to get in the draft room. You can get there 15 minutes beforehand on a live draft. I like to get there 10 to 15 minutes beforehand because that allows me to load up my queue. I may have as many as if I keep a keeper in the first round and the second round, that means 28 players have either been kept and will not be listed since they have been kept, or will be drafted. So I'll probably go as many as for 4 rounds over here in preparation. And then afterwards, I'll use these buttons here to make my picks. So now you'll see that round 1, pick 1. I was a little surprised that they didn't announce that the pick is going on, but that the draft is going on, but they didn't. So team 1 is now making the pick. They've got the time counts down there. There's who they picked.
Your team is now on the clock.
Hopefully you heard that it told me that I'm now on the clock. Again, because I've got players in queue in the order that I would like them, I'm going to go ahead and take my first pick. That first beep, by the way, that you just heard was to tip me that I was at 10 seconds, that I need to make my pick here pretty soon. Now, being in the second pick, especially when it comes back, I'll have to make a pick and then boom, it'll be right back at me. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you have, for example, the first or the second pick, or even the last or next to last pick, you can, depending on how quickly the people make their picks, it could come at you pretty quick. And so, again, if you're prepared as to here's a listing in order that NFL believes that the players will be in, or if you want a specific type of player, like I want, if I can get him, I would, or if I could get him, I would, or if I could get him, I would, or him. So you can be prepared. Also keep in mind that we this year are not required to have a running back. We have, however, 3 flex players that the position, a flex position, includes running back, wide receiver, or a tight end. There's no requirement for a tight end either. It's only a quarterback.
Your team is now on the clock.
Okay. Again, I've got my players queued. Guess what? I get my quarterback. Woohoo! Because I'm in the second position, and I did that on purpose, I'm going to, it's going to come back at me here pretty soon. It also tells me right here that I'm up in 4 picks to give me some sort of a clue where I stand. Let's see whether anybody's chatting. Howdy, howdy from Team 1. Here's my roster that I've picked so far. Again, I like it in queue so I can see. Now I won't want a quarterback, so I'll get rid of these now. And all you do is you just click them, get rid of them. Now let's say that I want a wide receiver, so I'll start clicking some of those. And so if they're taken, they'll be gone. They won't be in queue. I'm up in 1 pick. So
your team is now on the clock.
So again, I'll decide. Let's say I clicked him, but I really didn't want him. I think I want Lamb instead. So I'm going to pick Lamb. Now I'm going to get out of this, and I'll let you see. Let's assume let's assume I want to go to the bathroom. I would put that in auto pick. I can turn it off. But let's assume I got called away on an emergency and I want to get out of the draft until I address that emergency, but may come back. I could also do the same thing with auto pick. Or let's say I just didn't want to wait the full number of rounds that we're going to draft, but I'm done. So I would then exit the draft. And it's hard to, because I am recording, it's hard to tell that, yes, I want to leave. So that is how you do a mock draft. It's fun, it's free, and it helps you prepare for the real draft. Hopefully this has been of some assistance. Bye.